Okay everyone, and welcome to another TOTW episode. I'm as always JG5599 along with Ant3742. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
What's up, bitches?
Ant is exhausted. You might notice that throughout the episode.
Yep, more than likely.
We basically had to start right now because Ant said he was about to pass out.
I fell asleep. I'm like an old man when it comes to sleeping. I just fall asleep.
Yeah, before we get into the topics, make sure to like if you enjoyed the video. Comment if you got anything to say, maybe some constructive criticism and how we can make the show better. And subscribe if you enjoyed the overall content. Anyway,
follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. Go check out the website because it's super awesome and I've not worked on it in a week, just being honest.
Yeah, and the link works as well for the website now, so definitely go check that out.
Yep.
Anyway, as always, we've got a variety of topics to talk about.
As we always do.
And the first topic this week is the Ghostbusters movie. This is a Ghostbusters reboot.
Jay.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
I should so be a singer. I sing all of the instruments. Anyway, if you didn't know, I'm a massive Ghostbusters fan, so if there's any Ghostbusters merch that I might not have and you want to buy me, get it for me, please, guys. My P.O. box is in the description.
Okay, so this film, overall, has had a pretty negative view so far. It's an all-female cast, which is kind of original, since they can't really have the original cast since they're pretty old now. What I've heard, it's a completely different, it's like set in a completely different universe. It's like a whole new world, a whole new Ghostbusters.
A whole new world.
Like a whole
I'm full of references, sorry.
A whole new beginning. I like the idea of a female cast, but I think I prefer maybe a mixed cast.
Well, I do like Melissa McCarthy. She's a pretty funny actress.
Yeah, they all seem okay. I think it'll be a fairly okay film. Not as good as the originals, but
see, well, I'm thinking the way the original movies were technically with this they were serious movies.
Yeah.
But they're bits of comedy. I'm thinking with this one, will it be a comedy? Because I don't think Melissa McCarthy has ever done a serious film ever.
Yeah, I think it's
because she is. I think she may be a comedian, but she's a comedic actress. At least I know that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
I mean, she does Mike and Molly. If anyone's a fan of that, but even still, that can be that could be a comedy. But not to cut you. Sorry to cut you off, but I mean, I don't know about the other casts really, unless I've saw them in something. I just don't know the names. I mean, well, sorry, Kristen Wiig or Wiig, yeah. She was in Despicable Me 1 and 2, as well as Bridesmaids and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which is a good movie.
Yeah, me and you actually went to see that together, didn't we?
Secret Life?
Walter Mitty, yeah.
I can't even remember, I just remember going to see it.
Anyway, if you didn't know...
I think, did we go to the movies to watch that?
I think we did. I know I went to see that film, but I'm not sure if it was with you. I think it was...
No, I'm thinking I watched it at home.
Who knows?
Anyway, because we love to, not stay on topic, we digress.
Yeah, so anyway, this film is, if you haven't already realised, it's basically a way of making money. Obviously Ghostbusters is still going to make money, so, this film isn't really for the franchise, it's more just a money earner. Since it's such a big franchise, and from this film then they can make merchandise and stuff like that. So this film's basically a money earner, and I'd probably say it will be a comedy. I don't know about you.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I think it might be with Melissa McCarthy in it, and with Kristen Wiig, but who knows?
Yeah, before I picked this as a topic, I haven't really been thinking about the film much. I've heard about it, but I haven't really actually thought about how I feel about it much.
Yeah.
Because I've been busy with other stuff and that. But what was your original reaction when you heard about this film?
Well, I literally found out about 20 minutes ago from you that there's going to be another Ghostbusters movie. I know there was one in 2011. I don't know how that did. I didn't go to see it.
Yeah, you go on.
But the 2016 one, right now, for all those who are thinking, oh, he's going to say the same old shit about not liking remakes. No, it's different this time. I am actually kind of waiting for this movie to come out, purely because I want to see like how the chemistry is between the the new 4 lady cast, and like just to see how how it varies from the original cast and stuff.
Yeah.
Just to see see what the dynamic is and stuff. But yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to this.
The guy directing the film has actually already worked with 2 of the cast, so I suppose that helps because
All Feig.
It sort of builds chemistry in a way. Would you like to read out the cast for us?
Yeah, just to say that he's worked on a movie. He's worked on Bridesmaids, which Kristen was in. Okay, so the cast is Melissa McCarthy. She is in of Mike and Molly, of course. Kristen Wiig, who was in Bridesmaids and Despicable Me 1 and 2 and Walter Mitty, as I said. Then you've got Kate McKinnon, who I've never heard of. She was in Toy Story of Horror and Life Partners, which I've never actually heard. See, it looks like she's a fairly new actress, but I doubt she was. Because she was known for, she was in Saturday Night Live also.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Also...
and then the last cast member is Leslie Jones. She was in Saturday Night Live also, as well as Wrongfully Accused and National Security.
Also, guess what film's coming out around the same time as that as well?
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey, because it's oh no, that's this year, isn't it?
No, in 2016. I'll give you a clue. It's another type of old school thing being made.
Wait, did you say this was this the movie that's out on Valentine's Day?
I'm not sure when it's out, but what film's coming around near that time in 2016?
Is it the Superman and Batman movie?
Nope. No, I'll just tell you. The Power Rangers movie.
Oh!
Is coming out around the same time.
Shit.
So maybe we'll have a bit of a battle of the reboots. Okay.
So should be a vocalist. I really should. Any managers who are watching, and just sign me. My Bandcamp page is below.
He does play drums, so that if that helps.
I still play drums and bass, and I'm also a percussionist. Ted 2! I want to watch Ted 2, just saying.
So how do you feel about like what we found out from the storyline now, with this being like a whole new universe? Like personally, I prefer if like they did something like relating to the past Ghostbusters, like they became like heroes, and now there's like a ton of Ghostbusters.
See, you know what they're gonna do, don't you? It's like they're gonna pay homage to the original movies. Like though it's in an alternate universe, they're gonna do some cameos with guest appearances, and they're gonna have like, I can just see it, like they're gonna have certain things within the movie that's like
relating to the old one.
Like some you actually see some movies with posters in the background of like the original movie.
Yeah, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that came out last year that had like a ton of references to the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I am still to watch that. I was told it's a load of crap.
It wasn't like too bad to be honest. Like it was better than like some of the stuff of Turtles we've got lately. Like the action scenes were pretty good, but apart from that,
me watching?
Probably not. Like you probably wouldn't enjoy it.
I'm safe then.
So have you got anything else to add to this topic?
Not really. I will possibly watch the movie just to see what the dynamics like, and plus I love it. Amy McCarthy. Why am I forgetting the name? I think it's Amy McCarthy. I'm a Mike and Molly fan, so that'll be cool to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll watch the film yet. I'll have to see more, like when the trailers come out and stuff, to see what like the
I mean,
film's
of
gonna
course,
be
I'm gonna
about.
watch the trailer just to see what it's like.
Yeah, like you want to see like how they're taking on the film, if it's gonna be comedy, if no whatever.
Mhm.
And it also depends what's out at the moment. Then, like maybe if there's something I want to see more, I'll watch that. Who knows?
Yeah, true.
Anyway,
Well, I
on
mean,
next,
this just to stay on movies. This year's got some pretty damn good movies.
would you like to run through them?
Well, I mean, I have an entire list of movies that I want to watch personally.
Go through them.
Okay, cool. Have you got any that you want to watch this year?
A few, but I don't really have a list. So.
One that came out was Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Mm.
I saw that trailer, I think last year, and it looked fucking cool. I want to watch the Minions movie, just because. The new Terminator movie, Genesis, I want to watch Inside Out. 50 Shades of Grey, it's on my list. I probably won't watch it because, I mean, I don't know.
That
I
film
don't know
actually
why
looks
it's on there.
intriguing.
Huh?
That film actually looks like quite intriguing.
It's a guy who bangs a girl who's not been banged in years, and then, like, she's his sex slave. But, like, I'm all for turning a book into a movie, don't get me wrong. But, like, turning an erotic novel into a movie, it's like, hey, you're kind of pushing it, because it's like, it's all, like, I think it would read better than it actually looks on film. Because if you're reading it, it's like, ooh, erotica. Whereas if you're watching it in the movies, it's like, oh, we're just watching censored porn.
Yeah, like
It's going to be what it's like.
yeah, and if you go to the theatre, then it's gonna just be like a ton of middle-aged women.
It's going to be just full, I think, well, as well as that, it's just going to be full of couples who are fooling around at the back of the seats, and it's like, oh, let's go back to my place. It's like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I want to watch Tomorrowland. That looks like a pretty cool movie. The new Mad Max movie, it's been like 30 years. I've put in cap in all uppercase. I want to watch all of the Hunger Games. I really do not know why.
I've seen the first one.
I actually don't know why. It's like I have this thing where movies are out and they're really cool, and it's like an entire series even, but I never watch them even though I wanted to watch them.
Yeah, I
I
see.
have this thing.
Go on.
And again, I've got like watch the Avengers. I love all the Marvel and DC movies, but I don't watch Avengers. Another one is Ant-Man.
Yeah.
The new Marvel film. Obviously, Spectre, James Bond. We spoke about that. English is my first language, as we all know. Yeah, as we spoke about on the James Bond special last week. Go check that out. For those who don't know, Spectre was actually brought up in Jay's favourite film, Doctor No.
Yep.
One of Jay's favourite films. It was brought up in Doctor No. This isn't a movie for this year. I want to watch Django Unchained. I literally made an entire list. But anyway, let's just go through the ones that are this year. Hateful Eight, Jurassic World, that'd be cool. Mission Impossible 5, Entourage, Furious 7, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. I want to see what Disney have done to that. Foxcatcher, that looks like a cool movie, plus an amateur wrestling fan. American Sniper, have you seen that movie, American Sniper?
No.
Do you know what it's about?
No, not really.
It's a guy, and currently may still hold the record. He was the best sniper, I believe. I think he was in the SEALs. Yeah, he was the best SEAL sniper they've ever had. Like, literally the world's best sniper. And he wrote a novel, and it got made into a movie. He literally, I read about this online, I was reading an article the other day. He actually died at a gun range.
Really?
Because I think I don't know, I think it was like a weapon misfire or something. And it actually killed him, and I was like, holy shit, he survived. Like, it is true, I mean, maybe an accident, but like, you know that, like, yeah, give me a sec. But, sorry. But it's like, guys are like, you know, it's like, they're completely safe. Well, they're not safe, but you know, they don't die out in war.
Yeah.
And then they come back home, and it's like everyone's against it. Or like they have more of a chance dying at home than they do on the battlefield, and it's disgusting. And I can have that as a completely different topic for a completely different day, and I can rant for hours about it because it pisses me off. Anyway.
That was not a scheduled topic, but it sort of became one.
No, it wasn't, but yeah, movies we want to see this year.
It sort of links in Ghostbusters in a way.
Huh? Well, yeah, movie related. I want to watch Big Hero 6 because I've been compared to being the actual Big Hero in Big Hero 6.
I want to watch a thing as well, Boyhood.
I've not seen that.
I mean, it got rated #1 film last year. It's on cinemas now. It's about like, I'm pretty sure the guy who played him, like, they filmed it over 12 years, like, of his life.
Oh, cool. That sounds cool. I probably will watch that.
Yeah, there's never been a film like it before. But anyway.
I am ashamed. I have a couple more.
Go on.
I know it's going to last forever. I am ashamed to say that I've not watched WALL-E.
Really?
So I kind of sort of need to watch that. The Most Violent Year, Annie, Baby, Birdman, Casablanca. I've wrote down old school movies as well that I like. Casablanca. Ex Machina, I want to watch. That looks cool. Fury, which was last year. Nightcrawler. I want to watch all of the Taken series again because I've not watched the third one, which is meant to be shit.
No, I actually thought it was good.
The Gambler. Some of these I actually wrote down maybe from a couple of years ago. I want to watch the entire Hobbit series because I'm a massive Lord of the Rings fan. The Interview, that looks funny. It's completely banned like everywhere now. The Theory of Everything and Whiplash. I only want to watch Whiplash because it's about a drummer. And as we found out, because it's fact, I'm a drummer.
So basically your New Year's resolution is to watch movies?
To watch like every movie that's ever been out, ever, because ever, and things.
Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah, because I mean I do have another list if you want to spend like the next half hour reading that one out. But anyway, digress. Next topic, please!
So our next topic is we're going to be giving a review of the Royal Rumble this year.
WWE Royal Rumble.
So I'm just going to put it blunt straight away. The past 2 years the Rumbles haven't been up to par. They've disappointed me a lot. Especially this one, like in particular. Like last year I was pretty disappointed. They haven't been like keeping up the standards of the Rumble, since the Rumble is my favourite pay-per-view of every year.
It's also one of my favourite pay-per-views.
Like I haven't been watching Raw in a long time because it just isn't good at the moment. Like, but I tuned into the Rumble like because it's basically my favourite pay-per-view of the year. I always watch that and Mania. And I was disappointed to say the least. Like,
it's true, me too.
It was in Philadelphia, which wasn't the right place if you want Reigns to win.
Right. You say Philadelphia's not the right place. They are insane for wrestling, obviously, because you're going back to the 90s with ECW, and it's like places like Philly and Chicago, they're massive sports towns.
Yeah.
They are massive sports towns. Especially, I mean, for all sports, but especially for pro wrestling. Because if you remember Money in the Bank 2011, the electricity in that building, and like the ovation that Punk got, it was insane. Like literally, see, they say if Punk loses, we riot. Do you remember those lines?
Yeah.
That is true. If Punk would have lost, they would have rioted, I think, because like Chicago's one of those towns. But anyway, back to Philly. It's like it was the right place because I mean it's a great wrestling town, but not the right winner.
No.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm just going to say this. Do you want to go in a particular order, and I can wait till later on to say this, or?
Just wait till later on, I think.
Okay, cool. I'll save my little bit of a rant for later on.
So
I review the card then?
Yeah, go on.
Cool. Pre-show was Cesaro and Kid versus New Day of Big E and Kofi Kingston. I believe Cesaro and Kid won. Yeah, they did. No, sorry. Kofi won. I didn't see that. Oops.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Kid won. Yeah, I'm getting my stick confused.
I don't have much to add really to this match. It was okay, but it wasn't.
I actually didn't bother watching the pre-show.
Nothing standing out really.
I think the only reason I watched the pre-show was because Cesaro and Tyson Kidd have got this move wherever Cesaro swings, he does the drop kick.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's cool. But I've saw it once, I kind of don't want to watch it again. Anyway, main card, Ascension and New Age Outlaws. I caught this before I go to sleep because, as I said, I'm like an old man. The Ascension came out the victors of that. However, I do have to give it to the New Age Outlaws with the Philly Fanatic hats on. That was pretty cool.
Moving on.
Yep. Second match was the WWE Tag Team Championships match, which was the Miz and Damien Sandow, or Mizdow as he's referred to now, who gets like the biggest pop ever, versus the defending champions, the Usos. Yeah, the Usos won the match with their off the top rope splash. I would make the best commentator if I said it like that. The Usos with the off the top rope splash. I should apply for a job, shouldn't I?
To be honest, I'm sort of disappointed what they're doing with Sandow these days. Like, I feel he could have done so much more, but it's more just to this thing. Like as I said to you before, like they've got so many guys who've been around for too long and not hogging the spotlight, and not giving people like Sandow a chance to shine.
Yeah, well, it's like, I mean, I said this to you before we came on air. The talent in NXT is impeccable. It's amazing down there in NXT because Hunter runs the place. And then as soon as they come up to the main roster, it changes. Like that, it changes. Because they answer to a team of 26 writers. I think it's 26 now. 26 writers.
Yeah, we were getting...
What fucking show has 26 writers? Don't get me wrong, I love WWE, I've been a fan for literally my entire life. But 26 writers. Now, as you said before, they're all from a background of drama, television. For most shows, of TV shows. Hence why you watch on Monday Night Raw, an hour and a half of it, if not longer, is promos.
Yeah.
And then, like, you get, like 2 5-minute matches, and then a 20-minute match, which has, like, 6 commercial breaks during a main event, which is like, round of applause. You guys can really cue our breaks in well.
Yeah,
if you couldn't tell, that was utter sarcasm because it's stupid.
To be honest, I feel like, apart from the triple threat match, this pay-per-view has really, like, stood for what's been wrong with WWE, like, basically since last WrestleMania. Like, it hasn't...
I mean, that was, excuse me, that was the changing point last year. Just going over the third match was the Bella Twins versus Paige and Natty. The Bellas won. I don't watch the Divas division.
I have no interest in that
I
much.
watch the Divas division on NXT because Charlotte, Ric Flair's daughter, can actually wrestle.
Paige can
that's
wrestle.
about it. And then the final match was obviously before the main event was the triple threat match. Lesnar, Cena, and Seth Rollins. At the beginning of that match, do you know what Brock Lesnar reminded me of?
What?
A kid who's playing a WWE game for the first time runs and spams the grapple button. Did you see the amount of German suplexes he did?
Yeah.
He did like 20 German suplexes in the first like 10 seconds. It was like, I was gonna grab my controller and pretend I was playing as him just because like that's what kids do whenever they get the game. They run and grapple. I was like, Lesnar, are you like, are we playing a Let's Play of WWE or what?
No.
That match, I will say, that was a cool ass match.
Yeah, that was a really good match. Like, probably one of the better triple threat matches in years. Like, it was the best part of the pay-per-view by far. Everyone in the match looked strong as well.
Yeah.
Especially
there were certain times where you thought that Rollins might have had this.
Yeah.
Like, just to go through, this is what's on the synopsis of the match. Lesnar dominated the match I just lost the synopsis. As we said, with like 2,681 Yeah, that exact amount, honey. That many German suplexes on both Cena and Rollins. Cena executed an attitude adjustment on Lesnar, but was thrown out the ring by Rollins, who stole the pin attempt for the 1 count. There were a couple spots in the match. Cena got 3 AAs in a row on Lesnar, and then he powered out. Cena bludgeoned Lesnar with steel steps. Lesnar fell onto the announce table, and then that's when he took Lesnar out with the splash. If you watched that tape, I thought Rollins' hip actually whacked off the announce table, and I thought he would have got it with like a broken hip because he hit it that hard. Doctors came from backstage and were like, "Oh no, Lesnar." I think he did actually have a broken rib after that because he went through the table. And then obviously, literally Lesnar out of nowhere, once Rollins hit that curb stomp, it was just like Lesnar with the F5, which was insane. He literally came out of nowhere. But that match is like, that was the best match on that card.
Definitely.
That literally stole the show.
It was the only thing.
It was a great match, and the 3 guys, whether you like them or not, whether you're a Cena fan or you hate him, whether you're a Rollins fan or you hate him, and whether you're a Lesnar fan or you hate him, that was a great match. That was a pretty cool match. It was fast paced, and for the most part, and then at certain times, obviously, it's slowed down. But that was a cool ass. That was a great match. I mean, I literally stood up in my chair and was like, "Yeah, that was a pretty cool match." Oh well, I was going to, and then I realised that I was too lazy.
So anyway, do you want to get into the Rumble, like what we thought of it?
Yeah, cool. But before that, I want to say, am I the only one who was thinking that Rollins is going to be like, "No, this isn't happening," and then was going to like curb stomp Lesnar as he was getting up? Because it was like, at certain points, I was like, will he cash? I mean, there was before the match, I was like, will he cash in? Will he cash in? Will he cash in? I think that it really would have been like really like shitty if he was going to cash in on Raw.
Yeah.
The next night, considering the travel ban.
I think it
By
was.
the way, for those who didn't know, if you didn't tune into Monday Night Raw, you got the entire pay-per-view of the Royal Rumble, or at least the main event and the Lesnar match, for absolutely free, as well as JBL doing a weather report.
I think it would have been cool if he cashed in after he lost.
It would have been pretty cool, but I don't think the timing would have been right. Personally. Anyway.
Maybe not.
On to the main event of the Royal Rumble. Miz and Truth starting out at 1 and 2. Which was like, whatever, I don't pay attention. And then, number 3 was actually Bully Ray, or sorry, as he's referred to now, Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah.
He came in at number 3. The crowd was insane.
Him and DDP were really the highlights of the Rumble.
DDP and who'd say?
Bully,
yeah.
Bubba.
But I thought it said Hitman. I was like, Bret Hart wasn't there, Rumble. What? Yeah, those 2 guys, that was awesome to see DDP back. Obviously getting the self-promotion in there with his vest of DDP yoga. Guys, DDP yoga ain't your mama's yoga. But yeah, those 2 guys come in, and the Boogeyman, we saw a return as well.
Yeah.
Did we see anyone else? I don't think so, that was it.
Yeah, no, I think that was it.
The Rock at the end, that was about it. See, I was sticking to the early parts. That irritated me, because what they usually do is pace the Rumble. So it's like, they have, like, I think they get like to 12 or 15. Yeah, about number 12, and then they bring in legends.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was 2011 when he brought in, like, Booker T made his return. They had Diesel come back. They had, I don't know who else was in that Rumble. I don't know. But they usually pace the legend returns.
Yeah,
It'll be like throughout. So like it'll be like number 12, and there won't be a legend return till like, say, 20 something, and then like, well no, let's say they come in at 12. It's like there'll be one at 15, then one at 20 something, and then maybe a couple of those throughout. And it's paced perfectly. It's paced fine. But this year, number 3, Bubba Ray, fine, it was a return. I don't think he's on the main roster at all, actually. But, I mean, it was a return. If it was one at return, he came in way too early and got eliminated way too late. The boogeyman was in for all of, I don't know how many, like, a couple of seconds, I don't know, a couple of minutes. Did you notice with the Bray Wyatt thing, though? They actually turned it into CM Punk from Royal Rumble. Oh, what year was it? 2010?
Oh, yeah, with the microphone stuff.
Yeah, he like threw them all out and was like, my brothers! Because it was when Punk was doing the SES stuff. Which is pretty damn cool, and no one knew where that was going. Anyway, yeah, so they kind of like mimicked. I knew as soon as Wyatt came into the match and he started talking, I was like, this is going to be an entire Punk thing again. So they did that entire spiel. Curtis Axel was attacked by Eric Rowan. So the entire Wyatt family were in the ring. Obviously Bray won that entire spiel by eliminating Luke from the match. Do you want us to get right to the final five, or have you got anything else to say?
They did make Brian look quite weak.
Oh, they did, yeah. And did you notice about that also? They built it up for the couple of weeks that he was, like, the week he was back. And, like, they turned it into the Shawn thing from 2009. Remember where Shawn was in the Rumble?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Shawn's gonna make this to redeem himself, and yeah, I think it was 2010. It was 2010, because then it was like, oh, he's got to make this to make up for WrestleMania. WrestleMania 25. He's got to do this, like that type of thing, like redemption thing almost.
Yeah.
And I was like, they turned Bryan into Shawn in that match, because like when Bryan got eliminated, he was on the floor, like. Like, that's what it was like for me, like when Shawn was making up for the Taker crap. That's what it was like when Bryan came out. I'm also digging Bryan's new ponytail.
Yeah.
I'm like the only one who's obsessed with Bryan's ponytail, but anyway, that's cool.
I do understand why they did it, because like the fans wanted Bryan to win, and if Bryan got to the end and was with Reigns, and then Reigns eliminated him, then
that would have been cool, because then they would have been able to they would have been able to play like, oh, who's going to win this, Bryan or Reigns?
Yeah.
They would have been able to push it and like build on that, but they didn't. This year's Royal Rumble was an entire piece of crap.
Yeah, maybe they should just let the fans like who they wanna like maybe they if they.
I mean, continue. Sorry.
Since they don't like Reigns, why not just turn him heel and.
Well, see, that's been the thing. People want to make Lesnar a face because he's a badass. We all know he's a real life badass. He can kick anyone's ass, because there's rumours about him going back to the UFC as well.
Yeah.
So they want to put Lesnar as a face, but keep him the way he is, so it's tweener. Put Reigns with Paul, because Reigns on the microphone doesn't do that well. He should have bullet points instead of going to the 206-man writing team, which is an absolute stupid thing. But yeah, they should put Reigns with Heyman, and then have Heyman be the advocate for Reigns. That would be a good idea to carry Reigns throughout. Something like that for me though, like you could see the Reigns thing coming from last year, personally.
Yeah. Overall, I think like Reigns Brock should be an alright match. How about you?
I mean, I can see that it'll be a good match, but personally, I don't think Reigns is ready. He's a great guy. He's a big guy. He's awesome, but I don't think that he's ready for a championship match. Like, they should build him up, so like maybe IC title or US title match first.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, he should be with Rusev in like what's the new one called? Fastlane or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And then like build him up from there, so like US IC. Then maybe there's no other titles, is there?
No.
Like you can't really go to another title. Seems most of them have been gone. So like US to IC. What else is left? already did tag team, obviously, with the Shield.
Yeah.
Nothing's really left, is there?
No.
So then I suppose he'll just jump right to the World Championship.
I think something that could be cool if Heyman turns on Brock and goes with Reigns.
See, that's a good angle that I was thinking of, because Lesnar could hold his own, because he's a real life badass.
Anyway, want to get into the facts?
Yeah, all in all, by the way, bringing The Rock back that early into a crowd like Philly was absolutely stupid, because like they wasted him, and then the live interview they did on the network with heckling of fans and shit, that was stupid. Anyway, 5 factual events that always turned into 10. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Like, are you ready?
I am ready.
Catherine, you ready? Fact 1. The groundwater of 90% of Chinese cities is polluted. 2. 40% of the Earth's land is in 6 countries. 3. 87% of scientists believe that climate change is mostly caused by human activity, while 50% of the public does. Only 50% of the public does. Fact 4. Legal marijuana is the fastest growing industry in the US in 2015. Just if you live in Colorado or whatever. And then Keanu Reeves had spine surgery before filming The Matrix. So, ladies and gents, people of all ages, that has been your TOTW podcast of the week. I have been M3742, that is JG5599, I'm still adjusting to your new name. Go like us, go like this video if you if you watch or listen to it, like the video. Subscribe to the channel for updates. You can check out our Twitter, Facebook, as well as our website, which is now up. Any suggestions, you can email them to us, send them to us on social media. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, grazie for listening.